Hello, grade 2 students. Now we will be solving the worksheet together. First, we're going to read the story and then we're going to answer the questions together. What's the title of the story? A bit of help for the birds. Taylor jumped out of bed. Taylor is a girl. She ran to the big tree in her yard. Oh no, whispered Taylor. Last night's storm had knocked down her birdhouse. Let's see what's going to happen. Hello, Taylor, called Mr. Gond. He lived next door. Mr. Gond, so Mr. Gond is Taylor's neighbor. Cried Taylor, my birdhouse broke because of the storm. You can still help birds make homes, said Mr. Gond. Let's see how. He showed Taylor an empty berry basket. Okay? He nailed the basket to the top of the Taylor's fence. Will we build a new birdhouse with the basket? Asked Taylor. So, who are the characters of the story? The characters are Taylor and Mr. Gond. No, answered Mr. Gond. So, let's see how will they build a new birdhouse. We will help birds build their own homes. We will fill the basket with soft things. Remember, we will fill the basket with soft things birds can use for their nests. Mr. Gond gave Taylor a list of things for the basket. Let's see. Taylor could find many things. She had string, yarn, and ribbon. Mom had cotton balls. Dad had an old t-shirt she could cut into stripes. Let's continue reading. Dog hair was on the list. Taylor did not have a dog, but Sammy had a dog. Maybe he could help. Anna and Carlos lived next door to Sammy. Maybe they could help too. Taylor called her friends. She told them about the list. Sammy brought some dog hair. Anna brought stuffing from an old pillow. Carlos brought feathers from a craft project. The friends stuffed everything in the basket. Mr. Gond added some grass. Now watch that basket, said Mr. Gond. Here comes a bird, said Anna. It likes my dog's hair, said Sammy. See how it digs into the basket and pulls it out, okay? In a few days, the basket was empty. So, the birds used the things in the basket. Taylor looked up at the big tree. She saw a nest high on a branch. Yarn poked out from the sticks and mud. Taylor found more nests with things from the basket. Some nests were in her yard. Sammy even found one in his yard. So they even made a nest where? In Sammy's yard. Now let's answer the questions. Number 1. Why does Taylor say, oh no, at the beginning of the story? Let's see. Let's read the sentence in the story. Taylor jumped out of bed. She ran to the big tree in her yard. Oh no, whispered Taylor. Last night's storm had knocked down her birdhouse. So, is it because a storm knocked down the tree? Is it because a storm knocked down her birdhouse? Is it because her friend Sammy gives her a birdhouse? Or because she does not want birds to live in her yard? No, it's because a storm knocked down her birdhouse. We can find it in the first paragraph. Number 2. What does Mr. Gond tell Taylor to put in the basket? Let's go back to the story. We can find it in the third paragraph, okay? We will fill the basket with soft things birds can use for their nest. So what does Mr. Gond tell Taylor to put in the basket? A new birdhouse, soft things, a nest or food. Soft things. Number 3. Which of these things is not on the list of Mr. Gund on the list Mr. Gund gives Taylor? Let's see. Mr. Gund gave Taylor a list of things for the basket. She had string, yarn, and ribbon. Okay? She had string, yarn, and ribbon. So which of these things is not on the list? Yes, basket. Number 4. How do Taylor's friends help her in the story? They find nests. They watch for cats. They bring soft things. They live across the street. What do you think? Of course, they bring soft things. Number 5. How does Taylor know the birds used her soft things? Because the basket was full? This is how she knew that birds used her soft things? Or because she goes to the big tree? Because Mr. Gunn says good work, friends? Or because she sees soft things from the basket and nests? Of course, yes, because she sees soft things from the basket and the nests. Now it's time for vocabulary. Let's choose the word that makes sense in each sentence. Let's read the sentences together. First, let's read the words. We have the word actions, afraid or scared, depend. It's when you rely or need someone or count on someone. Nervously, in a worried way. Peered, when looked closely. Perfectly, the best way possible. Rescue, to save someone from danger. Secret, something not known by many people. Let's start. The first sentence. The boy had to blank his cat from the barking dog. The boy had to rescue his cat from the barking dog. Don't tell anyone my secret, because secret is something not known by many people. The third sentence. Seth waited blank to find out if he won the prize. So he was nervous, right? So Seth waited nervously to find out if he won the prize. Number 4. I am blank of high places. I am actions of high places. I am perfectly of high places, or I am afraid of high places. Okay. Our cat blank down at us from the tree. Our cat peered or looked closely. The dog watches my blank to see where I will throw the ball. Of course, the dog watches my actions or moves to see where I will throw the ball. I blank on my friends to help me. I depend or count on my friends to help me. Phonics time. Here we have 6 spelling mistakes. We're going to circle the misspelled words and we're going to write them correctly on the lines. Let's start reading the paragraph. I had. Is this the way to write the word had? I had a fun day at school. I got to help. This is the word fikes. This is how we spell fikes. But something is wrong here. I got to help fix the fish tank, or I got to help fix. Then Dan and I sat down. I told him, or I told him. This is not how we write him. Something is wrong here. I told him about a book I had read. I said, I will. This is not how we write the word will. I will bring it to school. then you can read it if you like. This is how we write the word had. This is how we write the word fix. This is how we write the word sat, him, will, and this is how we write the word if. Let's solve the grammar exercises now. We have 4 types of sentences. We have a statement, question, exclamation, and a command. We have to write S next to each statement, Q next to each question, C next to each command, and E next to each exclamation. Number 1. Sally is a good friend. Is it a statement, question, command, or exclamation? It's a telling sentence. Sally is a good friend. So it's a statement. We have to put a period with the letter S. Number 2. Can we play? It's a sentence that asks something. Can we play? So it's a question. Number 3. Do not tell mom. I am telling you, or the sentence is telling someone to do something. Do not tell mom. So it's a command. Number 4. I won the game. Can you hear the strong feeling in this sentence? I won the game. I'm excited. So it's an exclamation. Now we have to refer back to the text of a bit of help for the birds, and choose one statement and one question. When you go back to the text, you can find Taylor jumped out of bed. You can still find something else also, okay? Statement is a telling sentence. I chose Taylor jumped out of bed. Question, I wrote, will we build a new birdhouse with a basket? You can find something else. Great, everyone, and I wish you a good luck.